It says that we are live, Brother Keith. So what is going on?
Hey, Beyond. Hey, Joel. Good morning. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
And to you, my friend.
And it looks like both of us are wearing our long sleeve Smackin' Jacks.
That's what we are.
It's 46 degrees in Westchester. What is the temperature in the Poconos?
Let's find out here. Hold on.
I bet you it's 42. Right?
We are at 39.
Wow, 39.
39 degrees in Philly. It was probably cooler than that a little while ago.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. So
2021. It's raining here. Is it raining there or what?
Oh, it's monsoon as usual.
Yes. Well, anyway, I got my cup of coffee.
And so do I.
Is anybody on?
I see that we have at least 1, 2, 3 people on. So why don't we get started? We'll say good morning.
Okay, grab your coffee. I don't see anybody yet, but hopefully they're here. Grab your cup of coffee, sit back, relax. It's raining out. Just hang out and watch Smackin' Jack for a couple of minutes. We'll be right back.
Right, here we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smackin' Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Wenderman.
Good job, Keith.
All righty. Well, I did a little research today.
Well done.
See what happens when you get up at 8:45, Joel?
Well, you're practically slightly
prepared. I turn all the volume. I turn your volume down too. What's that?
You're slightly prepared.
Slightly prepared, yeah. Holy cow. It's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. I like the backdrop, Joel.
Yeah, you like that? Let's see who we have on. We got Barbara. Good morning.
Yeah, hey, Barbara.
Themis coming in from YouTube. Yeah. Brad.
Thomas, are you watching from the? I saw a post from the your aunts up from Florida. Are you guys all watching from the coach this morning? They got over at the Galanis estate. They got it looks like a 45-foot travel coach in their backyard.
Oh, nice.
Aunt Irene, yes, is in town.
Morning, Brad.
All right, yeah. And Jim, what's going on, Jim?
And Jim, you're coming in from Lewis, Delaware. Nice. What's the temperature like down there? I bet it's probably like 55 down there. Let me know if I'm close there. Themis says no.
Oh. Well, it's gonna have a great drive down in the monsoon weather. Yeah, goodness sakes.
All right, so folks, this is kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
I was left with the impression last week that we would not be doing a show today.
Right.
So, Brother Keith checked in yesterday morning and said, "Hey, we can do a show in the morning if you're up for it." And I said, "Woohoo! Yeah, we can do that." I am completely zero prepared for a show for today. If you notice, I am missing something in my attire. I don't have my normal microphone that I have sitting here. Oh, Keith stole my glasses.
They shrunk a little bit, and I stole them.
And they actually put lenses in them. See, I told you they were really
yes.
And
hey, Joe.
So our show today, Keith, I thought would just kind of be like a Memorial Day check-in.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured. I was supposed to work. I've got a bit of a what am I doing? An Irish wake for a dear old friend this afternoon. So I was going to work half a day. My boss was good and nice enough to say, hey, take the whole day. You've got plenty of time off. Take the whole day. We got plenty of people here, which they do. We were tripping over each other yesterday at the old LCB. So he gave me the whole day off, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to relax. But anyway, I figure I'm as prepared as I ever am. So I give Joel a text. I said, hey, I'm up for it. You want to do it? Let's do it. And Memorial Day weekend, hopefully we're coming out of our cocoons now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too soon. Everybody still be, we don't got to be crazy here. We don't got to, kiss everybody we see, so to speak. Anywho,
well,
so
speaking of which, Keith, you had your second shot. What was it, last week?
Goodness, was it last week or 2 weeks?
Or the week before, maybe?
I can't remember now. Hold on, I can probably show you. Hold on.
Ooh, you have your ID with you, huh?
Do you have a picture? Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Keep your COVID shot ID with you near, because
especially because your employer, and I'm sure they're watching this morning up in Harrisburg. I'm sure their employer,
nice, Moderna,
are checking on your well-being. But when you call in sick after having a bad reaction, they would just make sure you're not lying. Oh, I mean, did I say that? I want to make sure you're doing all right. Let's see. My second one, 5/18. What? That was it Tuesday, or that was last week?
Yeah, it was middle last week. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we already sent the picture out on our feed.
Yeah.
Week, so,
and you came through that all right, Keith, right? You had like a little fever or something like that, and felt like
it wasn't fever. I was just kind of like exhausted. I was, you sleeping, I slept forever, and I kept getting up thinking, it's like, if I move around, get a cup of coffee, have a bowl, I'll feel fine. I get up, get a drink of water, and it's like, I'm just going to lay down for a minute. And then, 3 hours later, I wake up again. So, it wasn't horrible. I had the sweats and chills, but I don't think I had a fever. And I had time off anyway. I had taken a couple of days off after that, just for my weekend. So, Yeah,
good for you, man. So that's kind of behind you. Took a day or so to kind of recoup.
Yeah, yes. And it's it was kind of a weird, like after everything, I don't know, maybe I'm just manufacturing or overthinking stuff, but for the next couple of days, everything just felt a little weird.
Yep.
Just like I felt a little slower than I normally am mentally, which is, that's almost like backing up for me.
Exactly.
Than just like visual, like looking at stuff but
right.
And Leslie says we might need a booster. We might, and I'll get it. I'm on board with I think Fauci's a cool dude. I think my doctors, you look at the worst doctor in the world, might be a flub up, right? He still went to 10 years of college.
Right.
I went to half of a business course at Temple, and it was 3 or 4 week course, and halfway through I said, let's just go to Bennigan's. So I'm gonna defer to the doctors on this one.
Agreed. Yes. Yeah. So it is kind of strange now up here. Of course, in Pocono is kind of a different area. But going to the stores yesterday, I would say it was half and half of people wearing masks still, and then people unmasked. And I went in with my mask on because I didn't even check to see if the signs were still up. If a sign says, please wear your mask, then of course I'm going to wear a mask. And I wasn't even looking last night because it was raining, so I just ran in. So I'm still wearing my mask. It's not even really a big deal to wear a mask anymore.
No, it's not for me either.
So, however, who was it? The doctor on is it CNN, NBC? I can't. Is it Gupta? But he
Sanjay
did.
Gupta, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did say. I was listening to last week. He said, we follow the science. He said we follow the science that told us to wear the masks. Now we can follow the science that tell us that we don't need to wear the masks because of the results and the data that they have.
Right.
So
yes.
It makes a lot of sense. He said, we wear the mask when we need them, and then when we don't need them is what we're being told now. We can go without them. So
right.
Yeah. So I'll probably slowly but surely start taking my mask off as I'm going into the bigger, like Home Depot is pretty spread out anyway. And
but it just brings home, makes you think of we all breathe the same air, and I've always been a big advocate for humans being the top of the food chain. I think humans are great, and if you know me, you know I'm lying. But anyway, we are probably the dirtiest species, only because we can travel.
Right.
Yeah. And then we have the arrogance to say we're better and all that kind of stuff. So just thinking of going into crowds, there's still bronchitis. There's still there's still all sorts of viruses out there, and a couple of years ago, when you see the Asians and the Asian, even in this country, the Asians would walk around with masks. You're like, are they crazy? But they've been through this before over there,
right?
And not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. So, we'll see, especially in school. We'll see. It'd be interesting to see how we kind of navigate back to
right.
What we're going to do.
Yeah, kids are, finding out are as vulnerable as adults. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Joel, when you said you went to the stores up there, were you talking about the supermarket or like a Home Depot situation?
Well, let's see. Last night I went to Home Depot. I went to Harbor Freight Tools. So it was kind of
okay.
And, I stopped in Dollar General store where I always go, right up the corner here. So,
And you did, just to backtrack a second there, you did make sure there was a Dollar General. Actually, it's not really Dollar General. It was, what was the place in media? What was the place in media?
Oh, Deals,
yes. So I guess they don't have a franchise up there?
Deals hasn't come up this far quite yet.
Okay.
They're not like Wawa. They haven't.
I'm wondering if, if you go into a supermarket up there, if they're still mandating, and I haven't been to Giant or anything in the last couple of days, so I don't know what their stand is on the mask yet, but I think a lot of places are, up to the establishment right now. So
yeah. So, all right, Keith, shall we move on? I got a little bit of something about Memorial Day. Of course, this is Memorial Day weekend, and just want to give you a little background, because we've gone over this before, so I didn't want to, do too much on this.
Yeah, it's our yearly thing.
Yeah. So Memorial Day is an American holiday observed on the last Monday of May, which is coming up, honoring men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military. Memorial Day this year occurs on the 31st. Originally known as Decoration Day, it originated in the years following the Civil War and became an official federal holiday in 1971. Many Americans observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries or memorials, holding family gatherings, and participating in parades. Unofficially, it marks the beginning of the summer season. So, be sure while we're having our hot dogs and so forth that we take a few minutes just to remember why we have this particular holiday. Yes, it is the unofficial beginning of summer, but let's not forget the real reason why we have this particular day. And the day was chosen because there wasn't at the time it was chosen for this date, there wasn't any other big military battle that had taken place on this date. So that's why it was kind of chosen to separate it aside from everything else. But, after the Civil War, they started commemorating and so forth, but it became official in 1971. So.
That's something. I was 8 years old, I believe, when that was. Yeah. Something that you think is around forever, and it should have been around forever. It has not been around forever.
Yeah.
And, as many of you know, Joel, our father served in the armed forces.
Yes.
During peacetime.
Yeah.
So I think it's also important to remember everybody that served. I was just thinking, I'm not going to get political. I was thinking this morning, cleaning up as, different types of people, different, what do you call that? Oh my Lord. Someday, if I ever can ever get out of here what I'm thinking, I'm going to go on to, I will be Sanjay Gupta's sidekick.
Now go over that again, Keith.
What orientation you are or what your beliefs and all that kind of stuff. These people, that I thought about it for about 30 seconds to join when I was a kid, and I scared the hoots out of me. So the people that serve, no matter what your background, what your religion, anything, thank you very much. And we have to appreciate that as a country, because no matter how whacked out our government gets it, sometimes it's our kids now, because I can say it because I'm an old man. If I had kids, they would be that age. And it's our kids, young Americans, women and men, that take care of our country, keep it safe. So just think about that. Have a beer. If you don't drink, just toast, have a glass of sweet tea and say, thanks for, letting us have the best country on the planet,
Yeah.
All right, that's my ramble.
Agreed. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's check in over here. Let's see, Brad. Hardly anybody is wearing a mask in Maryland anymore. Yeah, I can believe that. Leslie, we're still wearing masks in school. Yes. Yeah, that, like I was saying earlier, Les, I don't know, in the fall, how are things going to look? What do you think? Deals, I know. That used to be my place to shop all the time. I went there for Christmas presents when I was a kid. Celebration Day, because one would decorate graves of those who served in the armed forces. Yes, thank you, Barbara. And I think that's it over there. All right, Keith, shall we do some trivia?
Sure.
And then I do have some jokes. And then, you know what? We can let everybody get on with their holiday.
Yes, yeah. Just a quick stop in. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Yeah, let's do it, Joel.
Right. So getting on to.
And again, I got to interrupt you, Joel.
Okay, good.
Got to interrupt you, but you got to promise there's going to be some talk about caulk next week. I got a couple ideas on some things. If I ever get a minute to myself here, I'll come up with some new material. So
nice,
anyway.
Nice.
All right, hold on a second. Let me get my Joel glasses here. The Cannonball. This is our trivia. What do we have? Like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. So go ahead and down number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
And put your answers down. Right.
Yeah.
So 4th and so on. The Cannonball Run is an official coast-to-coast automobile race that starts in which U.S. city? Remember the movie? I didn't know they still did that.
Yeah.
Number 2, what private research university was founded in New Haven, Connecticut in 1701? Private research. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Prompta. Oh, here we go again. Oro y Plata. So I can kind of read Spanish if I have to, because
Leslie, are you still on? How should we be saying this?
If I get my taco order wrong, it's a Oro y Plata. Spanish for gold and silver is the motto of which U.S. state? Okay. What are we, 4 now? Number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Which New York City nightclub was originally built in 1927 as the Gallo Opera House?
Yeah. All right. And do we have a number 5 here? Oh, yeah. I thought this was interesting.
Do that. Okay. All right. This is number 5. Which major U.S. city can a person drive? Wait a minute. Hold on. See, I did so well. I got confident that I could read, and boom. From which major U.S. city can a person drive south into Canada? Oh, well.
Yeah, interesting here. All right, so let's go back to number 1. I'll just read through them real quick here. Cannonball Run is an unofficial coast-to-coast automobile race that starts in which U.S. city? Number 2, what private research university was founded in New Haven, Connecticut in 1701? Number 3, how'd you say this, Keith? Because you did a nice job.
Oro y Plata? I think the E is right, but I'm not sure about the Oro.
The Spanish for gold and silver is the motto of which U.S. state? Which New York City nightclub was originally built in 1927 as Gallo Opera House? And number 5, from which major U.S. city can a person drive south into Canada? And I was, oddly enough, I was just recently looking at a map. For whatever reason, I thought, wow, look how deep Canada comes down around the Great Lake area up there. All right, let us know what you think there, folks.
Right. So what you're saying is be careful when you might think of something else just because it's so far north, and it might not be that. So Hey, Chris Barr's on. Chris Barr is one of my good friends from the Wine Spirits store. So we're finally getting somebody from the Wine and Spirits to check in and say hi. So that's great. You know, there's only 2,000 of us in the state, and thanks for getting one. Now there's 2 of us watching the show.
Yeah, good to see Michael on. Good to see Chris on. Thanks for joining us, guys. Okay. So let's go to our jokes. Then we're going to come back to the trivia, and then we are going to let everybody get on with their weekend.
All right, sounds good.
All right, joke number 1, Keith. What is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses?
I don't know.
A coconut on vacation. Okay, number 2. What kind of water cannot freeze?
I don't know.
Hot water. Hot water.
Cannot what? Breathe?
Freeze.
Oh, okay.
If I had my here,
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, I will slow my tone of voice down, my speed down here, and enunciate.
For the hearing and the aged impaired, please.
Yeah. What kind of tree fits in your hand?
What?
Plum tree.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. We have 2 more jokes, folks. What did the little corn say to the mama corn?
What?
Where is popcorn? Last one today. What animal is always at a baseball game?
What?
A bat.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right, we can call a bat an animal, right?
Very good, Joel.
Okay, very
no,
good.
Not from our book, were they?
No, they were from Silly Jokes. REDPRI.com. Right? I don't know what that website is.
Yeah,
but anyway, they were not out of the Jokepedia because I did not bring the Jokepedia with me.
Totally.
It's all in the show box at home. Fortunately, I did bring my lights, though. All right, Keith. Hey, Heather and Linda.
Yeah, Linda's back from the gym. Boy, I tell you, we got
Good morning, guys.
Joel.
Morning, ladies. Okay, let's get back to our trivia.
Did you hear me?
What'd you say?
Can you tell how many people are watching?
We're up around like 10.
Okay, that's cool. Boy, I tell you. Now,
impromptu
tell your friends about it, but you know we're gonna have to still keep socially distanced for a little bit here. So,
yeah. All right, Keith. Number 1 here.
Okay,
let's see if we got any.
yeah, I did see. Hold on, let me go back here.
Let's go back to number 1 here. All right.
I think.
I see a Los Angeles here for number 1. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
The Cannonball Run is an unofficial coast-to-coast automobile race that starts in which U.S. city? All right. I see a Los Angeles, and it is New York City. Well, Brad, does it go from New York City to Los Angeles, maybe?
Yeah, I don't. I for some reason I thought it was east to west. Yes, but.
What private research university was founded in New Haven, Connecticut in 1701? And I think over here we have a few Yales. So I'm going to go with Yale, Keith.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Yales here. All right, let's see what.
Don't you hail from Yale?
Oh, nail. Oh, very good.
Yale University. Good job, friends. Nice. All right, Keith, go ahead and read this one for me.
Hold on a second. Oro y plata, Spanish for gold and silver, is the motto of which U.S. state?
Yeah, so this one I see some Arizona. I see Colorado. I'm going to say, I'm going to throw in New Mexico. How about that?
Yeah.
Montana.
Oh, Montana.
Oh, man. Montana.
Hannah throws us another curveball.
That Montana didn't even cross my mind. All right.
No.
Which New York City nightclub was originally built in 1927?
And now hold on, our new friend here to the show, Chris hops in with where did I see it? He says Studio 54. I'm going to go with that. I couldn't think of any.
Okay.
So that's a good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Big in the big in the 70s. Had something to do with white powdery stuff that used to fall around all over up there. I have no, too young. I have no idea what that was.
It snowed a lot. You know, the weather is.
There you go. That's exactly what it was called. Snow.
Not so much now with climate change. But anyway, from which major U.S. city can a person drive south into Canada? All right. Did we have any responses on this one?
Second.
I see Anchorage. Okay. Detroit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alaska too, but
okay.
It's not going to be that easy though.
Detroit. Oh! Well done.
Boy, I tell you.
Well done.
We're going to have to send Chris a T-shirt.
Yeah. Well, we can at least get him a pen very quickly.
Yes. I wouldn't mind having a Smack and Jack pen. I used to have a couple of them, and they're all my customers here at the shop must have taken them all.
Yeah. Let us know if you need a Smack and Jack pen or two, because I got plenty of them in the box at home.
I was thinking we should do some more shirts, only because my shirts, they must shrink. There's no way I'm getting bigger. They definitely got to shrink over time.
Is that true?
Yeah, well.
Well, here's a true story, Keith.
Michael's on. What's that?
So the shirts that we're wearing right now, I got from T-shirt place online.
Yeah.
Right. And they're okay. So you remember a couple years ago, I went up the street on State Road to
Are they there anymore?
Well, listen to this. So the place, we get, the real nice embroidery. It costs what it costs, $60 to get the, what do they call it? The proof done.
Template or yeah.
And then for the hats, the same thing, like another $60 to do the hats. And then you can have things made and it costs less than that per item. Well, yes, for the last year, I don't think they've been open. And they had a sign there that Christine was, ill, be back. I don't think it was COVID. I'm not really sure, but they haven't been open since. And I'm thinking, all right, now, I've spent this money to get these original proofs done so that I could then go and get more shirts and whatever made. They're probably going to close up, and I'm going to have to go to another embroidery place to get the exact same, pay for the exact same thing again.
Yes.
Just like.
Yeah, that's a story of my life. I tell you what, I've got some gift cards for restaurants that have been in a restaurant forever. They're probably going out of business.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately that's, and I've been wanting to ask you that for a while, Joel. It's coming back from your place. I always look down and I was like, couldn't remember the name of the place, but it always looked like it wasn't there or dark or.
Yeah, it was a small shop anyway, but she always, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And Keith, I'm not really opposed to these shirts with just the, like the iron-on decal, I guess, whatever you call it.
Oh, aprons.
We do not have aprons yet.
Yeah, like kitchen. Yeah, like barbecue. Sure.
Yeah. So we can do that. As soon as I find a place that can actually do exactly what I want. Remember when I bought these, Keith? Like, the one I bought the emblem was way up here.
Or in the middle, or
because there's no way to actually set it exactly where you want it on the computer screen.
Right. Yes.
It's just like you hope for the best. You pay $30, get the shirt, and you're like, this doesn't look great.
Yep. So it's good to find someplace local. There's so many online companies that are popping up, and they're gigantic. You get somebody in your community that's paying community people.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, Keith, I think that is it.
Well, like I said, I wanted to stop in. I wanted us to stop in because it's been a couple of weeks. Joel's been busy. I've been busy. And, you never know what tomorrow brings. And I miss you guys. I miss chatting. And like I say, we've got a couple new viewers on today. Yeah. And maybe they'll tell a friend and so on and so. Oh, do you have that thing? And so on and so on and so on. Remember the commercial? I told two friends and he told two friends.
And so on and so on and so on.
Right.
And yeah.
You don't have that. You can't do that right now, Joel?
No.
I'll wait.
Still don't have it.
So anyway, Joel, have you been out on the bike just before we leave?
No, but guess what's in the mail? my new seat.
See, yeah, okay. What'd you get? Did you get Mustang?
Yeah, I got the Mustang with the backrest.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about motorcycle seats right now.
Yes, the other day. Well, I'm up for my 1,000-mile checkup, so I don't want to go too far. And I knew, that you got to check the weather before you. It's not like your car. You got to make sure it's a nice day to take your bike in and all that kind of stuff. So, and I knew I had time the other day at 7:30. I went out, quarter after 7:30. Went up through Phoenixville, over to Valley Forge Park, and back over. And it was a very nice ride. Mm-hmm. And it was that'll probably be the last. It's going to rain the rest of the weekend, so I'm not going to be doing that. So it was great fun, and I got that's it. I thought I thought there was more to that story than there was, but maybe I'll take some pictures.
Valley Forge Military Park is a very nice park.
Yeah,
it's a nice ride up through there. So if anybody's not been there, do yourself a favor, go drive through there, do a little walking around, maybe a little hiking. Yeah. It's very nice up there.
Well, I used to take my bicycle up there, and there's a trail that goes all the way down to the art museum. I'm gonna have to get back into that this summer. And I used to ride my motorcycle through it a lot, and I haven't been up there in quite a long time. And it is nice, just kind of meander.
Yeah, that's right. You have a bicycle now, don't you, Keith?
Yes, I have a bicycle, and it's still. I rode it, I think, about 1/10 of a mile last summer.
Nice.
And this year I'm going to try
Another true story, not to bore everybody, but Stephanie found it's called a Giant. That's the brand name. Giant.
They have it next door. Yep.
Yeah. Online. She said, "Oh, this bike looks a little bit smaller than the one she currently has." So she went, guy on Craigslist. She bought the bike. She got home. She said, "I just got you a Father's Day present." Because it's actually bigger than the one that she has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for $150, man, it's an awesome bike. It is really
nice.
So I have basically a brand new bike now.
The guy next door sells them, and we got a Specialized, but they're all about the same price, and it was about $600 for a. So if you got, if this thing's less than 10 years old, and
it's in great shape. I got the helmet and the bike pump and everything. So,
it'll be great up in the mountains there too. Or anywhere you'll have to get a. Do you still have that thing I gave you for my Land Rover, the bike rack?
I do. And you are welcome to have it back.
Yeah. Hey, Josh is on. Joe, we got to talk about having our cousin Josh on the show.
Yeah, I see Josh.
We're gonna stay tuned for that, guys. Josh is our cousin from. Second cousin, is that it? That's our cousin's son. And he's our cousin. Very nice man, young man that I met last year for the first time with Joby, and he's starting something online. I don't know exactly what, but stay tuned for that. We're going to have him on next couple of weeks. We're going to get together in the studio here, correct, Joel?
Indeed. Yeah.
And that'll be in June sometime. So keep an eye out for that. So. Anyway, okay, we've rambled on.
Good to see everybody today. Kathy, thanks for dropping on. Josh, good to see you. All right. That is it, Keith. We are going to stop talking right now and let everybody go. Enjoy your weekend. All right, my friends.
Okay. Yes. And remember to remember the veterans, and if you see somebody out that served, thanks for your service. I do that as much as I can when I see somebody. Like I said, I didn't have enough guts to serve myself. So if I could thank somebody who has served, that's thank them. So anyway.
All right.
Yeah. You deserve a thought of your own, folks. So
be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. We will see you guys next week on Smack and Jack Live. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Have a great weekend.
Jack